Hello! Hello, hello, hello. God almighty. A late start today. A late start indeed. God forbids. God forbid I just turn on my computer and hope that everything works the way it should and the way that it did in the last stream, not a couple of days ago. But here we are. Me scrambling around trying to get things ship-shape, tip-top magoo. How are we watching the game? Good old Talk Sport once again coming in with the the helping hand. In early doors, I mean, I was scheduled to go at 2. I was doing some overtime this morning and I finished at about 1. And so the turnaround, I just couldn't be asked talking about this for an hour and also keeping an eye on United losing to Brentford is just the most typical bullshit that you'll see. It's just the most typical Chelsea shit. Do you not think it was so predictable? You could have bet the house that Manchester United were going to watch the lose that game today. It was just so obvious. It was so painfully obvious that they were going to lose. I'm glad they did. But at the same time, it was always going to happen. Always going to happen. For some reason, Old Trafford, we can't buy a win at this point. And so, we're going to have to wait another year. Another full season before we can potentially beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. It will have been 15 years, I think. 14. Depending. I mean, it could still be in... well, no, it won't be in 2025. It'll be in 2026. But either way, let us get into today's game, shall we? Just a little over 15 minutes to go. We started late, as I've said, so obviously the numbers are a little bit skew-if. Please do like the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell notification. As you can tell, a little bit low energy. A little bit. I'm just trying to, and typically speaking, whenever I start the stream by prefacing that I'm coming into a game a little low energy. I'm coming into the game a little bit. Let's just see how it goes. Calm, cool, collected. It always goes awry. It always goes sideways. Let's just hope, right? Did you know? Here's a little fact for you. I'm sure some of you saw it. This is the first Saturday 3 p.m. game that Chelsea have played in for over a year. Over a year. That is absolutely fucking crazy. But obviously, and the missus drew my attention to this. She said, well, it's because of the Conference League and we couldn't, if we were playing on Thursdays, you obviously aren't going to play on Saturday, and the chances of us playing Saturday games last season were quite low. And I was like, fucking hell. You were paying attention? Not to sound condescending, but, she's not die hard. Do you know what I mean? I'm a thirsty boy. My goodness me. Let's hope that... fuck, I probably should have remembered his name. Stella? Was it? Fuck. The bloke who donated about 700 quid last stream. I probably should have remembered his name, to be fair. Let's hope he's here. Let's go into the lineup. Who the fuck is Stella? I can't remember what his name was. That's really poor on my part, but it wasn't £700. It was about £70. This bloke just kept donating £5 at a time, just having a chat to me instead of just putting it in the chat. It was an interesting game. Interesting game, to say the least. Speaking of interesting, not really that interesting, actually, is Robert Sanchez starts for Chelsea once again. It is to be expected. It is to be, completely and utterly expected. Obviously, we know banned for one game domestically. That game was Lincoln City. So he's played his Star Killer. Sorry, yes, that is absolutely right. Star Killer was the guy. Let's hope that he's here. I think he was either we theorized that it was either a kid that got his mum's credit card, or I'm thinking it was someone who had had a couple of beers, and just went a little bit overboard. But hey, I'm going to put it to good use. Don't you worry about that. Again, Sanchez in goal. One domestic game ban is all he was given, because it was a cynical tackle, a cynical foul. It was a professional foul, as they call it. Only one game. It wasn't dangerous play, although I would argue it absolutely was. Only out for one game, so as a result, he's back today to play against his former side. Now, listen, we have got a pretty good record at Stamford Bridge against Brighton, and albeit I am not a fan of 3 p.m. kickoffs. It's not my cup of tea. I always feel we're more likely to lose when we play at 3 p.m. I don't know the stats for whether or not we lose more when we play at 3 p.m. But I just feel as though, if memory serves me correctly, we don't bode well in 3 p.m.s. And playing against a team like Brighton as well, it just screams a loss. And so I'm coming into this feeling very negative. I'm not at all positive for this game. I just think it has completely just loss written all over it. Shenanigans written all over it. Just things going wrong from left to right. But I think that's mostly down to the fact that we've, had the run of it over the last couple of weeks or so, where VAR hasn't worked in our favor, and we've just been on the wrong end of some decisions lately. I'm not making excuses. The Manchester United game was completely down to ourselves. We are a self-inflicted goal conceding side. But yeah, I too have a bad feeling. Spaceballs saying, have a bad feeling, Harry. I think we'll lose and give Brighton their first away win of the season. We're a club of firsts. Firsts for other clubs. Absolutely couldn't have said it better myself, to be honest with you. We are. I've grown up watching this side give teams their firsts on so many occasions. So many occasions do we give sides their first of things, like you say. It's an absolutely crazy thing that we seem to absolutely love to do. Elsewhere, we've got Reece James at right back. It's good to see him playing where he's supposed to play instead of in the midfield. Cucurella on the left. Chalobah is joined by Yorel Hato in centre-back. Of course, Joshua Achimpong has been out with a virus, but he is back in the squad. As too is Benoit Badiashile. He is on the bench as well. And so interesting to see. Obviously, Yorel Hato can play as a centre-back. I feel like we've seen him play as a centre-back once before. I can't remember if that's true or when it would have been, but I feel like we have, and I don't know. I feel like I actually think that was not correct. But we're interested to see how it goes. A lot of people have been critical of him, much the same with Jamie Gittins, who just can't seem to buy a good performance at the moment. And so, a lot of pressure on him, a lot of pressure on Hato, and of course, Just a lot of pressure on Chelsea as a whole. Andre Santos is in the starting 11 for Chelsea to the the jubilation of many Chelsea fans who have questioned whether or not Maresca actually likes Andre Santos, as we very, very rarely, if ever, have seen him play from the start. I think this is the first time he's starting in the Premier League for Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken, under Enzo Maresca. Caicedo alongside him with Enzo Fernandez playing just ahead of them. We've had a complete change around in the form of our wingers. We started with Gittins and Garnacho. Gittins and Garnacho in the game against Lincoln. We now have Esteval on the right-hand side and Pedro Neto on the left-hand side, with Joao Pedro playing up top. Me personally, I would have imagined that we were going to go, if you watched the preview on this channel, I went at Gusto at right back. I went James in the middle because I just didn't anticipate him actually starting Andre Santos at all. I'm glad he has, and I'm glad that James isn't playing in the centre. As well as that, I would have gone Enzo playing through the middle. I knew he wasn't going to play Guiu. I just knew he wasn't, so I didn't waste my breath. Joao Pedro was obviously going to start, but the age-old question: why have we brought back Mark Guiu to just never play him at all? It's a bizarre situation. It's very Chelsea. We've done this before. We've done similar situations where we've acquired someone and just never used them ever. It's a strange one. It's a strange one. On the bench, Jorgensen, Joshua Achimpong, as we said, Gusto, Badiashile as well, Lavia, Gittins, Garnacho, George, and Guiu. So many G's. I said this in the last stream, but Gusto, Gittins, Garnacho, George, Guiu. I've never seen so many G's in my life. You know? Couple of G's. Back in the day, you know? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me know your predictions in the chat, and we will get. Well, yeah, Hullet. Yeah, we did this last time, Glenn. I think it was actually me and you that went through it. I'm just saying. Glenn as well is another G. Please do smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. If you are watching on TikTok, please do come over to the YouTube stream. The link is in my bio. Much better experience. I've finally figured out how to get TikTok live working once again. I haven't missed you at all. I can't lie. TikTok is just awful. Just so bad. But I do encourage you to come over to the YouTube stream. Again, like I say, it's a much better experience, much more full experience. And so, yeah, let me know your predictions in the chats. With that said, I think it's ready to go. I probably will have to close the chats at some point so that I don't see any spoilers. I don't want captions for my audio, thank you. Afternoon all. Hopefully we can get a win at home today. But history is uncertain, and we all know how Chelsea love to give away points. 3-2 to Chelsea, I hope. The only reason I am hopeful, but then I don't know how much it works in that regard for us, is our record against Brighton at Stamford Bridge is actually pretty good. I think the last time we lost to them was 2023, and then after that, I don't think we've lost to them at Stamford Bridge for a long time, you know. So our record is good. Our record is good. Mostly wins, a couple of draws, but like I say, we've gotten the better of them on more occasions than not. People keep asking me. There he is. There he is. It's Potter Clock, baby. He's gone. He has been sacked. Nuno got hired very quickly. Very, very quickly indeed. You've got to feel for Potter, but he is just so bad, is he not? He's just a very, very bad manager. You know? Just god awful. Absolutely awful. This is the first 3 p.m. game of the season for Chelsea. It feels strange, it not being on TV. And so a lot of people are a bit frazzled, a bit all over the place with regards to where to watch it. What are you supposed to do? If you are in the US of A, I believe it's on Peacock. Elsewhere around the world, I am not so sure. It's probably on beIN Sports somewhere. It's always, every game is always on beIN Sports. The players, from what I'm being told, are lined up in the tunnel. The yellow kit, by the way, are Brighton one of these teams who has pledged to keep the same away kit for more than one season? Because I could have sworn that Brighton played in that yellow kit last season. And doing a bit of deep diving for visuals, finding pictures of the players, I did Mitoma. He's wearing the exact same yellow kit in May. So I don't know if anyone is able to answer that question, but it's they've kept the same one 2 years in a row. Is that right? Brighton away kit. Well, I think it's their third kit, if anything. Same third kit. Brighton, third kit, 24-25. And then 25-26. It's the same shirt. I'm sure of it. I'm absolutely sure of it. On the water for 2 months and loving life, says Steve. Whoa! I think that is the first time you've ever not sent me a beer emoji. And I'm with you, at least for today. I might have a couple of beers later on, but I doubt it. I had quite a few yesterday, and I'm feeling... Well, I'm actually all right, to be fair. I'm not feeling it at all, but that's really, really good news, though, mate. Yeah. I imagine you feel a lot better, you know. When I did the 100 days, I went without alcohol for that entire time, and you just do feel so much better. As nice as it is to have a few beers, there is no better feeling than being without it for a long time. It's I was drinking till 3 a.m. Haha, now on it again. Yeah. It's just having it in moderation, which is so hard because it's just so good, so fun, so enjoyable. And then the repercussions of it all, the outcry of it, not the outcry, the what's the word? The bits that follow. It's never fun. Never fun. But then who has just one beer, you know? Whoever just has one. Please do drink responsibly. The fallout, that's the word. God, I'm rough. I don't think my soul can handle a game right now. Yeah, I'm really the aftermath is a good one as well. Like I say, for this game, I'm just very sort of like serenity now. Like calm down. But I'm looking at this and I see them wearing their yellow kit, and I just know that this yellow kit is going to be ingrained in my brain because it's going to end up being one of those games, is it not? It's just going to end up being one of those games that we remember for a while, you know. So I'll see how calm I can remain. Last game, it only lasted 5 minutes in the Premier League. If that. If that. You still feeling the same result you said yesterday? Oh, on the preview, I said 2-1 Brighton. I do genuinely think we're going to lose this game. So I hope to be proven wrong. That's for sure. We'll see. We'll see. Here we go. Please do like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let me get the timer up, and we will see how out of sync this is with the live game. It says it started. I have shooting pains in my arm. I may have a heart attack before the game even really gets going. You just gone on live on TikTok. Well, yeah, I wasn't able to be live on there for ages for some reason. And now it appears to be allowing me, you know? So, I don't know. All right, we're underway. We're underway. Let me see what the time is on the actual game. Well, not the actual game, but I want to see if I am behind. Because if not, I will. 58. Yeah, it's about 10 seconds behind. So for the moment, I'm going to close the chat because I just don't want any spoilers, you know? It's one of those games I really want to not have any spoilers. 3 p.m. games, they are the worst. And apparently the person who introduced 3 p.m. blackouts has even come out and said that they're outdated, they're old-fashioned, and they do need to be scrapped, and that they will be scrapped eventually. I don't think that'll be for at least another 3 or 4 years, I don't think. Good chance here. We're creating early on here. Enzo Fernandez fouled, free kick, and in a very good position. No Cole Palmer today, or at least for the foreseeable. He's out for at least a month. Was it mid-October, I think, or November? A rough one there on Enzo Fernandez. But an energetic start to the game from Chelsea in this game. This is absolutely shooting distance, I'll be honest. Is this the keeper that had an absolute blinder against us the last time we played them? I feel like it is. It is James Enzo Fernandez over the ball. It's Enzo Fernandez! A good shot. Good save. And wins the corner ball. Really, really good attempt there from Enzo. On target. Just a really, really good save by the keeper. Corner ball. Esteval is in space. I think James may look for the Schwapper. In it comes. Front post cleared away. Esteval under pressure here. Deals with it very, very well. Caicedo. Andre Santos finds Hato. Back to Sanchez. Chelsea dominating in possession in these opening 3.5 minutes or so. Caicedo finds Andre Santos. Pedro Neto with space in front of him boosts the ball forward. Wins a corner ball. How's it going, Harrison? We're looking good. We're looking really good. It's got to be said. I'm quietly impressed with the way that we've come out here. The only issue is, right, and I'm not saying issue because it's only been 4 minutes, but we've started games well before. We've looked the better side before in games 20, 30, 40 minutes. But if there's nothing to show from it, which there could be here, Kukurea with a shot wide. Snapshot effort. So far, all of the former Brighton boys, and there are a lot of them, have looked decent. Sanchez, Caicedo, Cucurella, Joao Pedro, Colwill not in the team. We've got so many. Buenanotte, obviously, also not in the team. Enzo Fernandez is fouled there. The play continues. Lovely 1-2 there. Minte crosses it in. Caicedo's going to have to clear it. Passes it back to Sanchez in the 6-yard box. Cleared away slightly. And then a weird shot deflected there. Baleba. Corner ball to Brighton. They're starting to tickle us a little bit. Getting involved. First 10 minutes of the game are so deceiving. Yeah. Well, I mean, how many times have we looked good in the opening 5, 10, 15 minutes or so, and then you think, well, this could be, and then we just end up getting battered. Happens a lot. Sanchez with a shocking pass out there. Puts Hato under unbelievable pressure there. And it goes out for a throw-in to Brighton. Minte, lovely first touch. Lays it inside. Caicedo. It's trodden on his finger there, I think. Painful one. What's worse? What felt worse when playing football, right? Especially when it was like proper metal studs back in the 2000s. Here's Joao Pedro. Lovely run forward. Finds Esteval on the edge of the box. It's Andre Santos. It's Esteval. Apple! Esteval needs to pass more. I'm sorry. That might be me being a little bit critical. What the fuck is that on my eyebrow? But on more than one occasion, I've seen him have a chance to pass. And he's chosen to carry on running. But what's worse, being trodden on the fingernail with a stud or on your toe? I can't put into words how much pain there is involved in being trodden on the toe with metal studs, blades. I don't even mean not even blades. The old school studs. Good God. Finger, I reckon, but finger. I've been trodden on the finger a couple of times when I played football. And it hurt. but being trodden on the toe, it took it used to take all of the breath out of your lungs. Especially when it was cold, like you say. A lot of it is whenever football was cold. James with the shots! Oh my God! What a chance! Pedro Neto nonchalantly lays the ball off for James, who just swipes at it. It's a great save once again from the keeper. Really well worked corner, though. Corner ball. And it comes really nice. Doesn't beat the first man, though, once again. This time wasn't James. I think it's Pedro Neto. Here is Andre Santos. Breaking into their final third here is Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo. Finds James. Pedro Neto waiting on the right-hand side. Esteval inside as well. Neto just one too many people in front of him as he's dispossessed. Great tackle by James. We're all over them here. We're going to make them make a mistake, and we have. Handball! What the fuck? He just grabbed it! Palace are winning, are they? Oh my God. We need to win. We really, really, really need to win this game. Esteval in pursuit. Crystal Palace are currently in second place, by the way, as it stands. We can only amass 11 points at the end of this weekend, which would take us third if Palace win, which they won't. Lovely play. Joao Pedro finds Cucurella. Oh, that's lovely play from Brighton. Hato intercepts, though. Enzo Fernandez. Back to Sanchez. Oh! Esteval! Glorious first touch. Nutmegs his defender. Pass the fucking ball! He does all the hard work. All the hard work, but you've got to pass it, you greedy little shit. Oh my God, it's really, really well worked. Really well worked, but then all he has to do is square it. Greedy little shit. How did Man U do? Well, Hato's so underrated. You lot are too harsh on him. I've not been harsh on him at all. I know you don't necessarily mean me, but I've been trying to back him. Same with Gittins, to be fair. It's way too early to be casting any judgment on any of the new players. Caicedo. Defending well? I don't know. I think if that was the other way, I'd be protesting. Sanchez plays it forward. So forward that it goes to the keeper. Oh, it's a lovely interception. João Pedro, pass it! Finds Esteval! Or is it? It might be Santos, actually. Esteval. Van Hecker with an unbelievable tackle there, right at the last second. Enzo Fernandez protesting as well. He should have squared it again. Esteval needs to learn to pass, but I do think in that position, it was the only right thing to do there was to shoot. Most people would have. Caicedo. Chalobah finds Esteval. James. Enzo could look for Andre Santos here. Throw into Brighton. 15 minutes played. Not good, not bad. Just a bit in between. We've had... I'd say good, actually. We've had loads of enjoyable passages of play so far. This one, we're winning good tackles as well. Like, we're drawing in really good fouls. And putting their defenders under pressure. João Pedro, the winner of the foul there. Lewis Dunk. This one a little bit closer to the right-hand side. Not as central as the last one. But it's going to be James and Pedro Neto over this one. No Enzo Fernandez this time. Going to see anything different here. It's James. Dinks it in. Good chance. It's João Pedro who had the chance, but it's taken a touch and it's gone out for a Chelsea corner. Yeah, there's a touch there off Dunk. Doesn't matter if it's... He said, I don't know if it was intentional. I don't think if you've touched the ball intentionally or not, it doesn't make a difference to the whether or not it's a corner. It's a corner either way. Over the first defender, please. James, good one. Punched away. Andre Santos collects on the other side. Ref! Gave him a little kick there. Give him some time. He's 18. Shut the fuck. That excuse is going to get old quick. My God. Every single game. First couple of ones, we were all saying, yeah, you know, he's only 18. He's only 18. It's going to get to a point where he's going to need to fucking pass the ball. So whilst I do understand and appreciate what you're saying, oh, he's only 18 in a chance where he absolutely passes it and we score, I don't think that's me being bad and criticizing him too harshly. I think it's just stating the obvious more than anything. Dispossessed. Brighton could be on the attack here. Football's a game of fine margins, and just because you're 18 doesn't give you an excuse to not pass the ball, is what I'm saying. You know? I've got age jealousy. 50 likes on the stream. Thank you very much. Yay! 10 o'clock. The referee's bald, by the way. Just thought I'd put it out there. Just thought I'd put it out there. Oh! Chalobah cut his hair! Trevor Chalobah's cut his hair! What? He's got a buzz cut. Very odd seeing Trevor Chalobah with a buzz cut. Cheers, mate. Rest bald. I just wanted to give it, acknowledge that the ref is bald. It tends to play a big factor in whether or not Chelsea win or lose. Good cross, saved well by Sanchez. Ref! Fucking hell. Van Hecker, he jumped on Sanchez's back. What? Hato, he looks really good, I thought. Here he is. I think, I don't want to speak too soon, but what we may potentially be seeing here is that a silver lining, a blessing in disguise, is that we have potentially got a very good and capable centre-back. Joao Pedro. Good chance. Esteval at the left-hand side. James. Cucurella. Fucking hell. Enzo. Man City 1-0 up against Burnley. We need to win this game so badly to keep up with the pack. Oh. We just can't afford to have these games where, in order to keep up the pace, you can't lose these games in the fashion that if we lose it, it's so obvious the way it's going to go is going to be down to our own doing. Again, self-inflicted, poor pass, whatever. Not taking our chances. It's what it's been like for the last 2, 3, 4 years now. There needs to come a time where it changes and actually we're a bit more clinical. Caicedo. I was going to say Esteval. Caicedo. Brilliant pass. Reece James with a cross. Enzo's there in the back post. And it counts. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 8 o'clock. Enzo Fernandez at the back post. The cross took a little bit of a deflection, I think. But Enzo Fernandez stood his grounds, kept his composure, and heads it into the back of the net. It's a fantastic goal. Really well worked in the end. And very well played by Enzo Fernandez. Right place, right time. And a player who is under a lot of scrutiny, a lot of pressure on him at the moment from the fans, claiming that he hasn't been as good as he has been in the past. He's definitely onside. It's going to count. But a good finish. A fortunate deflection, but a solid header. Chelsea 1, Brighton 0. Hooray! It counts. I know, I took Enzo out my FPL as well. Fuck's sake. That's outrageous. Great tackle there by Chalobah. Unbelievable. He's been bad for me on... Would you have Dunk? Nah. I don't think so. How old is he now? Lewis Dunk. He's 33, so not only would it not matter, we would never buy him. The table as it stands, Bournemouth in second place with 13 points. Crystal Palace in third with 12 and Chelsea in fourth with 11. Arsenal still need to play. They're playing against Newcastle. That is tomorrow, 4:30. Bournemouth are winning. Bournemouth are winning. Who are they playing? Leeds. No surprise there. Minte. Great defending there by Cucurella. Puts it out for a corner ball. Lots of high fives proceed. Corner taken quickly. Mitoma. Minte. Crossed in. It's a floater. Oh, what a throw that is from Sanchez. Right into the path of Pedro Neto. He's got the pace. He's got the beans. Has he got the pass? He does not. Looked like a shot to me, Neto. That looked like a shot to me. Certainly did not look like a cross to Esteval. Carefree, wherever you may be. We are the famous CFC. We are the famous CFC. Carefree. Esteval in pursuit. Here's Minte again. He's very involved in this game so far. Cuts inside, does loads off the edge of the box, and the referee gets in the way of the incoming player who would have absolutely battered that. I think we got a bit lucky there. I think we got a little bit lucky there, to say the least. It's an absolute mess. Referee gets in the way of the incoming player. Saves us there. Fans singing "You're not fit to referee." Free kick though to Brighton in a pretty good position. Pretty good position. Very good position, in fact. This looks dangerous. How good is he at free kicks? Not very good. Not very good at all. Over it goes. Andre Santos, I think he's been all right. I don't think anyone's had a terrible game so far. Esteval's the only one who just needs to work on his final product in the way of passing. But again, I don't want to harp on that as if I'm critical of him. I completely understand the arguments people have about his age being a factor, but there's being excited and there's also being acting a bit more mature than you are in the way of like knowing the time to pass and being selfless. I get the excitement. I get it. I'm just saying. Are you doing the Newcastle match tomorrow? I might do a random stream. Just a little pop-up one. What are the games then tomorrow? It's Arsenal versus Newcastle. And Villa versus Fulham. Is there a game on Monday? Everton versus West Ham. If I do a game tomorrow, it will be the Arsenal game, yeah. Minte, as I said, if anyone's going to score or get an assist, it's Minte. He's looked really, really good for Brighton so far. Corner ball to Brighton. Stamford Bridge looking glorious as ever. Just under 15 minutes to go until half time. Corner ball. Floated in. Sanchez at the back post. Gets a little knock. But collects it well. Van Heck has been beating Sanchez to a very slow death in this game. His hair looks soft. I'm jealous because I'm balding. Do you mean me? Soft hair. I can tell you. It's not very soft right now as there's stuff in it, but when it's clean, it's very soft. Very soft indeed. I'm growing it out on the sides. This is the longest it's been on the sides since probably the period of time where everyone was at home for a while. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the actual name on TikTok. There's a lot of things that get you banned on TikTok that I've learned over the years. Mentioning anything, you know what I mean. But it's looking, it's looking thick. Sanchez Finds Hatto. It's not always about you. Well, Lance, I think you'll find, my son, it was about me. On this occasion. It was, in fact, about me. I will probably be recording the podcast tomorrow during the Newcastle Arsenal game. I like to record its pod o'clock during like the same time as like watching the games, but we'll see. As I said, the weekends, they just go so quick, you know, so fast. Saturday, 3 p.m. It's a lovely time to play. Not too early, not too late. You still get plenty of time either side of the game to do whatever. Best player for Chelsea so far this season. I actually couldn't tell you, you know. You're going for a beer after? I don't know. As I said, I had quite a few yesterday. So I'm not... I was going to say Caicedo, but then I just don't know. I'm not in any rush to get another beer. But then I could be interested. Nothing on tomorrow. Jorgensen, yeah. Jean Pedro. It's not Enzo. It's not Enzo. Enzo's categorically been the one of the more like criticized players so far this season, which would indicate to me that he's not had a good season at all so far. But it's so early though. I saw that graphic some Twitter page posted about flop 11 so far this season, as if 5 games can dictate whether or not someone's a flop. João Pedro takes a knock. Have you been impressed with Esteval so far this game? Yeah, I have. I have. It's just what I said about there's been a couple of chances in this game where if he passed, we probably would have scored. But the runs themselves have been fantastic. Really, really good. Lovely skill. Nutmegs and all sorts. Baleba. Minte on the right. Really well worked play. Well, I saw someone tweet earlier today as well, is big game for Brighton players as they'll be on trial. Chances are they may end up playing for Chelsea next season, which, whilst a joke, has some truth to it. You know? I'll happily admit I would take Caicedo over Declan Rice any day. Well, that's because you're not biased, it would seem. I think any Arsenal fan who says they would keep Rice over Caicedo is just biased. You know, there's no denying that Rice is very, very good, but Caicedo is just a level above. Minte is so good, man. At least in this game, I've not watched much Brighton so far this season to tell whether or not he's had a good season all season so far. He might very well be going in my FPL though after this game. Just over 5 minutes to go. Please do like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Follow on TikTok if you are watching on there. Yeah, Kukurea being Kukurea, the penguin man that he is. João Pedro getting stuck in there. Really nice. Is Esteval. James. Chalaba. Finds Hato. Kukurea in space. Neto looks for the 1-2. Gets it. Pedro Neto charging that left-hand sides up against Van Hecker. Defended really well. I'd be surprised if Van Hecker stays at Brighton for long. Or for much longer. I mean, he's obviously been at Brighton for a while, so. Only 25. (1-1) in the games between Leeds and Bournemouth. Man City 1-1 as well. Gomez writhing around in pain. A booking for Kukurea, I think, was that. It is Kukurea. Still 1-0 to Palace. Minte. Ayari could be looking for a swinger here. In swinger. Out swinger. In swinger. Crossed in. Good chance. Dunks there. Headed over the bar. 3 minutes of regular time. And I would imagine there's going to be a little bit of added time as well. I think I had some barbecue sauce on my face there. For like the longest time. Would you make any subs at halftime? I don't think so. I don't think so. Seems good, which would indicate probably going to make a sub at halftime. Enzo hates a halftime sub, but because we've said that we're all right with the team, the way that it is, he's going to find someone to take off. One clean sheet in 18 Premier League games, by the way. So bad. I assume he's talking about us. That's not right at all, actually. That must have been about Brighton. So we beat Fulham 2-0, Palace 0-0. So that's 2. So that was definitely about Brighton that he was talking there. Yeah, exactly. Are we ever going to see Guiu this season? I genuinely don't understand why we brought him back. Because I honestly think if Joao Pedro, God forbid, but if Joao Pedro went off injured, I don't think he replaces him with Guiu. I think he'll put George on. I think he'd rather Pedro Neto up top than Guiu. Cucurella with a cross. Estevao at the back. Pass! What are you doing? There you go. Fucking hell. I'm not going on at him, but pass the ball. What's he doing? 2 minutes of added time. Fucking hell. It sounds like I'm going to right whinge at Estevao, but it's not hard. Just release the ball, son. Just release the ball. Yeah, I don't understand. Guiu was actually doing well at Sunderland, I think. He got a goal. Cucurella. Hato. A minute to play. Yeah. Don't forget, we are live on Tuesday, I think it is. Chelsea welcome Benfica to the bridge. And not only that, we also welcome the return of Jose Mourinho. I'll be doing live coverage of that. Tuesday, 8 p.m. kickoff. Maybe an hour before, maybe half an hour before. We'll see. And then the following weekend, next Saturday, we have Liverpool. We have Liverpool. Who is that at home? It is at home. Liverpool at home the day before my 30th birthday. If we could get a win against Liverpool, I'll tell you what, I'll be a very happy man. I'll be going into my 4th decade of life. A very happy man indeed. Ball played forward. That will surely be it. And there goes the halftime whistle. Chelsea 1, Brighton 0. I would argue we could probably be up a little bit more. Fuck off, are you 40? What are you talking about? 4th decade. 0 to 10 is 1 decade. 10 to 20 is another decade. 20 to 30 is another decade. And then 30 to 40 is another decade. I'm going into my 4th decade. I'm an unk. Is that right? 29 years old, is that unk? I'll take it. I'll take it. You look about 28. Well, there we go. There we go. I'm looking a bit scruffy these days, so I could do with a bit of a tidy up. Fuck me, you're all ancient. How old are you? I'm still young and living. Oh, there we go. You're 17. Anything above 20 is unk. All right. Okay. Okay. It's weird. Even when I started, I would have been unk then in your eyes. You know, I was 24, 25, 25 when I first started doing this. And so I've been old for a while, it would seem. Chelsea won, leading at the break. It's a game that I would argue we could probably should be a few more goals ahead than we are. We had an Enzo Fernandez early free kick, saved by the keeper really well. Cucurella had a chance as well early on with his snapshot that went just wide. Esteval has had a few chances, not to mention Reece James with his outrageous free kick attempts. Are you talking utter shit, Harry? We've been shit. Have we? I think shit is a little harsh. Don't think we've been that bad. And we're winning. So go on. How have we been bad? We've not been clinical. I'll tell you that. Who scored? Enzo. It's again great timing from Enzo Fernandez, who has been under a lot of criticism lately. Under a lot of criticism. One second. Brighton, FPL, football, tick. There we go. Sorry, it was just uploading the goal to TikTok. Just been boring football, slowing the ball down. Enzo Fernandez not tracking back. Just after we scored, we did our usual going backwards, but I don't agree. I don't think this has been a boring half at all. I think it's gone very quick. If anything, I thought it's been a rather enjoyable half. I think it would have been more enjoyable if we'd actually put our chances away. I wish Esteval would finish his open drives earlier, meaning shoot, or pass or shoot. Just a second earlier, and you're cooking. You know. Yeah. I don't want to keep on. Don't want to keep on keeping on at young Esteval. But I just think that there was at least one of the incidents, the chances that he's had, could have ended in a dragon. Fuck's sake, dragon was on the screen. Could have ended in a goal. That's all I'm saying. You know. A what? Ben Stiller trying to flog us a card. 2-1 full-time Chelsea, I reckon. Come on, you Blues. I'll be very annoyed if he makes a sub half-time. I think it's been a good half. No one's been terrible. I think usually you can sort of identify at least one or two players that you would take off, but one of this game's been all right. Lavia for Santos, maybe, but then I'm always worried with Lavia that he's just going to get injured. I mean, look at Fofana. Finally back, and he gets concussed by his own goalkeeper. What's that all about? Out for 12 days now. He's because of the concussion protocol, he's out for 3 games. So he'll miss this game, Benfica, and Liverpool, which is just fantastic, is it not? Please do like the stream. Let's try and get to over 100 likes before the second half commences. Please do subscribe as well if you haven't done so already. If you're watching on TikTok, please do come over, youtube.com/HarryCFXI. The link is in my bio. I'm so excited for Benfica. I'm not. What are you talking about? Jose Mourinho. I mean, the occasion. I'm excited for the occasion. I'm excited for the vibe of it all. Champions League. Back at the bridge. And it's fitting that our first game back at the bridge in the Champions League, Jose Mourinho's there to see it in. Just to see it in. Hopefully he doesn't cause any issues for us, but you can only imagine he will. You can only imagine that he will. Do you ever think, though, Harry, just what mistake will we make? I beg we see it out without doing something stupid. Yeah. It seems as though if we can avoid a self-inflicted goal, we tend to do well. We tend to maybe even go on to win games when we don't jeopardize our own goal. And I don't mean that to sound like a Michael Owen, when they don't concede, they rarely ever lose. Or, what was it? When they don't score, they rarely ever win. Yeah. It's, what I'm trying to say is, if we can minimize the amount of bullshit that we impose on our own goal, we stand a bit of a better chance, because we've been doing a lot of that lately. I can't think of the last time we scored, that we conceded a goal that wasn't completely our own fault. It's a strange old scenario that we find ourselves in. Try again. I know. I think I got there in the end. Jesus. Are you wearing the Chelsea Tech fleece? I am. It's a very nice one indeed. Probably my favorite one now. I've got the black and pink one from last season, and I've got the gold one from a couple of seasons ago. If you don't score, you can never win. Well, exactly. That's why it sounded stupid, Michael Owen saying when they don't score, they rarely ever win. But he's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not incorrect. Start second half as first ended. Bring on Gittins and Buenahuhu and Lavia later. Well, Buenahuhu, Tommy, we won't be seeing Buenahuhu because he's a Brighton player. So he's not allowed to play against his parent club. But the Lavia and Gittins shout, I don't think that'll be met with too much resistance for Romeo Lavia. Maybe Gittins will, I think. There are, for some reason, Gittins doesn't half get some flack. People really do not like Gittins or rate Gittins whatsoever. Me, myself, I'm not going to criticize him just yet. It's too early for that. And I think it's just harsh. I think it's really harsh to be... The amount of criticism that Gittins gets so far is just uncalled for, really. Who are these? He's just not worth 55. Yeah. I'd argue that's a bit steep, but footballers just are so steep these days, aren't they? I don't think I've ever seen Do we advertise scratch cards? Gamble responsibly, of course, but do we advertise scratch cards in England on TV? I can't ever remember seeing an advert for scratch cards. What? I've not seen. This advert's old. I haven't seen this advert in ages. You know the one where the guy is sliding on his knees, but he just keeps going. I haven't seen that in so long. Right. We are about 2 minutes away from the second half. I'm not nervous, but I'm a little bit cautious. I'm a little bit I don't know. You would like to think that the way we've played so far, the way that Brighton have played so far, that we can see this out. You know? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Minte's been a little bit worrying on that right-hand side. I think he's been easily their best player, attacking-wise anyway. Van Hecker's been a hecker of a defender for them as well. Really, really rough on Sanchez throughout the game so far. So, fingers crossed he doesn't cause him any issues. Camera angles all over the shop here. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Because Chelsea is our name. In the stream after that joke, I thought that was decent, you know? Is it crazy to say that Brighton have the best wing pairing in the league? Probably. But I do rate them both highly. Fucking hell, Mitoma's 28. Minte's only 21. God, footballers are so young now. Like, it's just ridiculous. So many of their players are... I mean, they've got Veltman and Dunk, both 33, but... So many of their players are like 21. We can't talk either. So many of our players are young. I know it's probably the same. I don't know. I just remember like growing up and you'd look at someone like Roy Keane or, I don't know, Charlie Adams. And even when they were in their 20s, you think, they're 35. They don't look 20 fucking 3. You know? Milner's 40, you're right, yeah. Harry, I like the sweatshirt, Tommy. Thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate that. Cost a fair bit. I think this is about 120 quid. Could be wrong. 110. Oh, I've got a right itchy nose. I understand that looked a bit dicey there, going off the screen and then coming back on and going. I It was not that. I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't. Nothing was going on. Crossed in. I mean, if picking my nose is what you thought was going on there, then I'll take it. Jesse Lingard's 32. Now he looks 22. Yeah, he's always looked young, though, isn't he? Reece James is in agony, by the looks of it. So that's good. Oh, fuck! No! Oh, my God. The way he's landed on his ankle there. I'm hoping it's nothing. Oh, fuck. All you can do is laugh. All you can do is laugh. Reece James has potentially broken his ankle there. He's jumped up and come down and he's twisted his ankle really, really badly. Reece James cannot catch a break. He's back up on his feet. Look at this. I didn't really see it from that angle. It's not as bad as it first looked, to be honest. James, he's coming off. I'm not being funny. It's not a head injury. Why is he coming off the pitch? Why is he being told to come off the pitch? Treatment? I don't know. You can do it on the pitch. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. 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 Chalobah. Last man takes him down. I don't know what's just gone on there, but Mitoma was through. Gomez then gets the ball, and there's a coming together. Chalobah twisting his legs with Gomez. Oh, I don't know, you know. It would be a red card if it was. Oh. I think Chalobah just gets the ball first, but... They're checking it. Possible red card for Chalobah. What were we literally saying at halftime? No self-inflicted goals. No self-inflicted issues like this. Oh no. It's not a penalty, but it is a red card. He's off. He's got to go. An on-field review is being recommended. He's going over to the monitor. It's going to be a red. If he's going over to the monitor, it's going to be a red. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Except I can. What do you mean? It can't be offside. I mean, it could be offside, but the lines would get involved then. It's just a coming together, but I don't know. It is a foul, isn't it? Santos has turned around and thought, yeah, that's a foul. The thing is, he's watching this over and over and over and over and does not immediately give a red card. If he hasn't given a red card already, after watching it now 7 times, I don't think he's convinced that is like a stonewall red card. If he hasn't given it by now, he can't. I'm sorry. You dare. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare. Oh. He's off. He misspoke, though. He misspoke and said that there was a clear foul on the Chelsea 23. But he meant a foul by the Chelsea 23. Unbelievable. I don't get how... Three-match ban, out. It's ridiculous. Absolutely. And then they're going to score from... That's another game with 10 men. 2 games in a row with 10 men. What the hell? Hato and Achimpong for Liverpool, yeah. Self-destruction yet again, I know. Well, if they score from this, it's over. And they're going to as well. You could just look at the way Sanchez is set up for this. Over the bar. Individual errors, FC. That's what we are. Just ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, it's a big test to see if we can see it out, but I'm unsure if we can. Oh, they're just going to pull our pants down now. I feel it. James, what we need is like a really, really quick, like, snatch and grab. What the fuck, man? Smash and grab, sorry. Goal. Wishful thinking, you know. one thing to say, like, oh, let's just get another goal, but it's another thing to actually do it, you know? Oh, my God. Leeds are winning 2-1 against Bournemouth. Wow. Please do click the like button on the stream. It really does help me out a great deal. Helps the stream get out there a bit more. And subscribe if you haven't done so as well. 35 minutes of absolute hell to come. Yeah, the decision making by the players. This is almost as bad as the decision making as from the manager, to be fair. I felt like when we scored, it just looked as though it was going to end up being one of those games where it's a bit of a walkover, but naturally we have to make everything as hard as possible every single time. Can never just be an easy 1-2, 2-1 win, you know. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do because we're going to just have to sit on it now for 30 minutes. 35 minutes with 10 men is nuts. And the extra time as well, all the added time. And that's where we get got every single time is I mean, look at the Brentford game. It's all well and good seeing it out, but if you can't make it through the added time as well, it's all for nothing. So I don't know how we're going to go about trying to get another goal. I don't think we're going to try to. Esteval may look to make the most of a Mitoma slip. Gets a pass one. Dunk takes him, or takes the ball out, really. Dangerous tackle by Dunk there. Sanchez. You're bricking it. I can't even look at the game, honestly. I don't even want to watch. It's going to be horrible, this. Bring on Garnacho. James clears it. It hits Mitoma and nearly goes in the back of the net. Oh, my God. been half an hour since Chelsea have had an attempt. It just didn't need to be this way. It did not need to be this way. I just don't get why we always like to make everything as hard as possible for ourselves. Malo Gusto is coming on. Probably ideal. As to, by the looks of it, I don't know if he's just warming up, though. Might be Garnacho. Oh, my God. Cucurella throws it to Hato. Hato plays it back to Cucurella, and it goes out for a throw-in. Fucking hell. Jesus. Our 3 substitutions against United were the most amount of substitutions in that space of time at that time in the game in any Premier League game ever. No one has ever made 3 subs in the first 22 minutes in Premier League history, apart from us now. Why are we bringing on Gusto? Because we're without a defender, mate. Esteval takes the hit. Well, no, actually, yeah. Now we've got 5 defenders. So we're playing 5 at the back. We don't have a winger anymore. Does look like Gusto's playing on the right side, though. Thank you for all the people following on TikTok. Really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please do. I'm also live on YouTube, youtube.com/@HarryCFXI. On the link for that is on my bio. Please do come over there and subscribe, like the stream. We could try and get to 200 likes on the stream. That would be amazing. Thank you very much. Free kick to Chelsea in a decent position. Edge of the box, just over by the corner flag. Calls for a penalty, but it was way outside the box. Liverpool still trailing at Smellhurst to Crystal Palace. Played in. Brilliant free kick. Absolutely peppered it. Caicedo. I'm sorry. How is that not a free kick? How is that not a free kick? If they score from this... Jesus Christ. Oh, for God's sake, man. Sanchez and Neto have just collided with each other and are both rolling around in pain. I've had enough. I've had enough. Oh, my God. Neto's just been folded in half. Get up, both of you, for God's sake. If you're watching on TikTok, please do tap the screen. Try and get to 10,000 likes as soon as possible. Would be great. Thank you very much. Whoa. Birthday week next week, isn't it? It is. It is. Birthday's next Sunday. Baleba and Mitoma both coming off for Brighton. Danny fucking Welbeck. Oh my God. Well, you just know what's coming. You know what's coming. Danny Welbeck, 87th minute goal. It's coming. Minter, very close there. Get it in. Reece James. Just does enough. Just does enough. It's really good defending in the end. Man City 3-1 up. Oscar Bob. Nunez. Esteve own goal. A precarious lead, would we say? I would argue that is the case. Can't get a touch of the ball at the moment. Kukurea, who is already booked, drags their player to the grounds. Referee's made them retake the free kick twice now. Here come Brighton. I think Minte's moved to the left-hand side now. They've swapped him. Chance here for Brighton. Caicedo picks it up. Needs to clear it. Does so. Finds Pedro Neto. The counter-attack could be on hit. Van Hecker does a good job. Chelsea throw, though. How many of all the injured players we have do you think actually are injured and are not just faking it? I would like to think 0, really. I think the only person I've been convinced is faking it is Fofana, but I'm not saying that for the concussion now, but like, not faking it, but just, oh God, Fofana's just such an annoying player. Just play football, man. Christ. It's not asking a lot, is it? Not asking the world, you know? Crystal Palace have an amazing opportunity right now to beat the league leaders, league champions. What the hell is going on with their... How many added minutes were there? 11. Uh-oh. Welbeck! Oh my God, I thought that was in. I was absolutely convinced that was in. It's just bobbled in front of him. Through the defence. He's through on goal and he's put it wide somehow. That's the biggest chance they've had all game. It just bundles through. Hato may well have done enough just to put him off. It's an outrageous deflection to go through. Spunky Backpack. What a name. First choice centre-back signing. Jesus. First choice centre-back signing. I assume you mean who is my first choice to sign. Like, who would I go for? Oh, who's available, though? Consa's a good one. Spunky Backpacks. What a great name. Consa is a good shout. Van Hecker's looking pretty good. I was very in the Rudiger sort of like argument. I could see it. Gurhey, yeah. Christensen, no. Oh, it's a bad clearance. Eventually giving us offside. Bastoni, Tamori. Yeah. Anyone. I just think we should have signed anyone, really. But Van Hecker, especially after seeing him play today, he looks a very, very good player. Only 25 as well, so would have fit in the age range. Yeah, Lavia is on the bench. I'm fucking over this game now. Here we go, Malo Gusto. What are you doing? Surely Gusto's got the legs. He's fresh. He's just come on. There's no one there. Oh, Gusto absolutely fucked that whole thing. He was through. Gusto was in on goal, and he just decided to hold it back. And then finally gets the ball again to cross it, and there's no one in the box. Free kick to Chelsea. James lofts it, looks for Cucurella, who gets it. Nice first touch. Enzo Fernandez might have a shot. He does! Drags it just wide of the post. Good attempts, good chance, good opportunity. Yeah, it didn't. Ronaldo shot when he was through on goal. Nuts. The crowd went very... Fuck! It's Danny Welbeck again. We said this. Reese, rewind it, son. I literally said, as soon as Danny Welbeck came on, there we go, game over. We knew he was going to score. It was so obvious. He loves to score against Chelsea. It's a great cross, headed, bullet header. There's nothing you can do about that. Boring. It's boring how predictable we are. We are unpredict. We are. What did I used to say? We're unpredictably predictable, or predictably unpredictable, or either one. We're gonna lose this now, just so everyone knows. Just ready yourself. You might as well just turn it off because we're gonna lose. It's a great goal. It is a great goal. Another defender on. Although Hato's coming off. Neto and Hato coming off for Badiashile and Lavia. It's mental. Lavia's been at Chelsea since 2023. He has played 17 Premier League games. He's been here 3 seasons and he's played 17 games. 23 games in all competitions in 3 seasons. Goodness me. It's hard to be upset. It's hard to be annoyed because you just knew this sort of thing was going to happen. You know? When it's random, when it happens so rarely, that's when it gets you. But when it happens all the time, it's annoying at first, but then it's just the norm, isn't it? It's just the norm. It's what happens, isn't it? And you know it's going to happen. I mean, red cards are now the norm, you know? Is there any way in which we can get a winner here? Enzo Fernandez does well, holds it up. Gusto's pissing me the fuck off with his playing. Clearly a Brighton throw there. Enzo's losing his rag over nothing. Are they winning? Oh no. Palace is still winning. Jesus. Here come Brighton. Kukurea. Unsure what's happened there. Looked dangerous to me. 8 minutes to hold on now to a draw. Here's Minte. Oh. Don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. I thought Sanchez and James had a miscommunication there and let it through. But I think Minte might have kicked Sanchez. Kicked Sanchez in the face. Looked accidental, to be fair. Just torture for these last like 5 minutes, 6, 7 minutes. Just torture. I think we've made all 5 substitutions, haven't we? No, we got one more. We are, as of right now, in 8th place. Leeds are above us. Leeds. Leeds. Embarrassing. Kukurea dispossessed. Van Hecker crossed in, cleared away by James. No penalty there. We're going to lose this in such a stupid way. I can feel it. Such a frustrating game. Again. Yeah, and it won't be a surprise at all, no. Five minutes remain. João Pedro fouled. Oh my God. Oh no! Mint has been... Gusto's just kicked Minte in the head in the box. There's calls for penalty. Play continues, but he's... I swear to God. This could be a penalty. It's a high foot. It's all kicking off in the box. Dunk versus Badiashile is a fight I would love to see. Sanchez, fair play. Fair fucks to Sanchez, giving Badiashile an absolute bollocking. I think this is going to get given as a pen. It's a penalty, man. It's going to get given. Also, wouldn't be surprised if it's a red card, to be honest with you. VAR said that there's no conclusive evidence to suggest that Gusto actually made contact. No penalty. No penalty. We've gotten away with one there. We've gotten away with one there. I think we genuinely got away with one there. Goodness me. "11 minutes of added time, man. I can't be arsed. 11 minutes for what? 11? That doesn't sound right at all. 11 minutes. Yeah, these substitutions have stank, by the way. Maresca with 10 men is just a joke, isn't it? Maresca, when he's down to 10 men, he seizes up like a fucking absolute wimp. Already a minute gone. I don't think we're going to hold on, honestly. And there we go. There's the goal. I told you. Told you. I told you. I don't want to say it already. It seems too early in the season, but We've now gone 2 games in a row with 10 men, and Maresca doesn't have a Scooby what to do. He doesn't have a Scooby. It's not his fault that we've gone down to 10 men, but it is his fault how he reacts, and the way he's reacted with the subs that he's done has just been terrible. It's onside. It's a goal. Haven't lost at Stamford Bridge against Brighton for 2 years. What a fucking shock, eh? And I said we'd lose 2-1. I said we'd lose 2-1. So, you know. And by the way, I never, on the previews, I never, ever predict a loss. Just out of respect, or, you know, not being a pessimist, or just out of principle, I never, unless it's obvious, like the Bayern game, I predicted us losing that. But in the Premier League, I don't think I ever predict us losing, really. So for me to predict 2-1 in this, and you could see it. You could see it. It's partly why I wasn't too excited when we went 1-0 up in the first place, because it's never over with Chelsea. Just because you go 1-0 up. Oftentimes, the worst thing that we can do is go 1-0 up, because we never know what to do. We never know what to do when we go 1-0 up. We always bottle it. We always concede. So even when you go 1-0 up, you can't get excited because you know you're going to concede anyway. So what's the point? Maresca ball, yeah. So good, isn't it? And now we're chasing an equaliser instead of chasing a potential lucky winner or like a last-minute winner. We're now losing. Yeah, Liverpool game next week's going to be fucking embarrassing. And I genuinely don't think there's a possibility of it being like a shock upset, you know? I seriously think... How the fuck? How's the Palace-Liverpool game caught up? They had 11 minutes of added time at half-time, or in the first half, and now they've caught up somehow with the other... I don't get the fucking... What? I'm not saying why. I'm saying that their time has caught up with the rest of the thing. They're not 11 minutes behind anymore. Cannot be fucked. I know. Just boring at this point, isn't it? It's just same old shit every single game. It's hard to be angry. Really is. 2 years ago, I'd be going absolutely mental. But what is there to be angry about at this point? It's the same old shit every week. How can I be angry at the same thing I see every week? It's the norm. Here's James calling for a penalty. I'm not even going to bother shouting for it because it looked like a dive to me. James goes down. We might have a penalty, but I'd be fucking surprised if we do. Of course he was playing for it. Quick throw. Just watching it now. It's a fucking horrific dive from James. Oh, fuck off. Fucking hell, man. We are so shit. Yeah, the dive does deserve a booking, you're right. Mourinho's going to absolutely pepper us on Tuesday. Corner ball. Man. Just a bunch of kids, aren't they, really? And this is fundamentally why it's never going to work until these guys grow up a little bit. Oh, my God, it's going to be 3. It's going to be 3. It's going to be 3. It's 3-1. It's 3-1. And another self-inflicted goal. Another self-inflicted goal. Welbeck again. Well. Oh, man, it's so hard to like fucking Maresca, innit? Jesus Christ. Oh, it's so hard not to say it. I want to say it. I want to say it, but I want to say it so bad, but is it too early? And Brandon, mate, it's never Maresca's fault. It's never Maresca's fault, ever, to be fair. I've got to agree. I don't think Maresca's ever done anything wrong, ever. You know, his substitutions are fantastic. The way he sets up are fantastic. When we go 10-man or 1-man down, he always sets up really well. You know, he always really gives us that extra pep that we need. He gives us that injection that the players need to feel like they can still go on and win or draw or whatever. You know. Blow the whistle, man. Right, I'll be live. I'll be live in about 5 minutes. For a live review. So please do join me for that. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. I've never seen Stamford Bridge so... I haven't seen Stamford Bridge this empty in a while. It's embarrassing, this is. My God. Why is he not blowing the whistle? There you go. Brighton 3, Chelsea 1. The lads gave everything, didn't they? They gave it everything. Thank you for watching. Please do like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification, follow on TikTok if you haven't done so already. I'll be live in about 5 minutes or so. That bloke looks like he's going to go home and do some damage to his liver. Star Killer, he's here. He's finally here. That was painful to watch. Star Killer, thank you very much for the super chat. Do appreciate it. What a nightmare. I'll be live in 5 minutes. Go and get a cup of tea, have a shit, whatever. I'll be back very shortly. Chelsea 1.